Welcome back to Preparing for the Unexpected. Today we're talking with Harsha Sastry about ESG and resilience. Harsha, great first and second segments there on environment and societal pillars. Let's talk about the last pillar, governance. What does that entail?
Okay. I would say governance has uh, multiple mindsets, which have the first mindset which is required is that of a legislative mindset. The second mindset is about the traditional value mindset. The third one is about the risk management mindset. And the fourth one is about the growth mindset. So, where are these mindsets coming from? The first two, which is legislative and traditional value, it is from the board which acts as a monitor. The board acts as a monitor when they want to check legislative essentials to be in, because they never want to fail on that. And the second one is about the traditional values which they have in their mind as to how they run the organization. Now, the remaining two that I said, risk management and growth mindset, this is when the board is taking the role of a steward. So they are looking at it from a very, very different perspective to know what are those risks from an ESG point of view, from an organizational run point of view, and they're also looking at it how can ESG initiatives bring in growth for their organization. So unless and until all these four mindsets have a defined metric right at the apex and drill down to the organization across various leaders and various organizational, branches and trunks, and in fact the whole forest, it would be a very difficult thing to say that we govern. Governance now is not restricted to financial statements. No. You need to look and draw a circle all across various other things towards environment, towards people, towards communities, towards sustainability, and the overall perspective of giving back. That's what I would say is governance.
Okay, let's look at a couple of examples within the governance pillar there. The
Absolutely.
first one I'd like to talk about is uh, ownership. What does that mean?
Yeah. So when you look at ownership, firstly, it's very important to have committees which are set up, which define policies and essentials from a point of view of who owns what. Primarily, you'll find many elements being co-owned, where you don't know exactly where that particular element falls, whether it is going to be taken care by the operations or whether it's going to be taken care by the governance team. Because we have not been able to separate, the boards have not been able to give a clear direction as to what is it which is a policy decision and what are the things that are operational. Organizations are evolving, and so are the policy making principles, the policy making attributes, and the operational attributes. So, when you're looking at a moving structure and a highly agile environment, just like the environment earlier was very peaceful, today it has gone into a different tandem where we are all talking about environment because we have started feeling that the environment is going to get disrupted and we may suffer. So the when the focus and the epicenter starts to we are going to get disrupted, everything comes on high attention because we all want to live, we all want to exist, We all want to survive. We all want to go ahead. So if organizations wish to survive, wish to sustain, wish to grow, wish to rise, the aspect of governance and ownership is essential.
Well, let's look at another example, which kind of, I think, builds on what you just said with ownership, and that's business ethics and values.
Absolutely. So business ethics and values is absolutely driven through ethos, through various cultural aspects that are again governed from the top. The second aspect is every individual has to be conscious of carrying those values, whether observed or whether not observed. It should become a part of the DNA of an individual. It should become a part of aspects that the individual is looking at from a point of view of having disruption to himself or herself. It's a very simple thing. Switch off and unplug when you're not using a device. You may switch off but not unplug. Where you can travel, where you can travel without going in your car, try to do that. Consciousness. And something to do with ethics, it has to come from within. Ethics is all about, I have been told that this is something that we should not do. I will not do it, come what may. There are no deviations that I can seek an approval from somebody and say, no, I have got an approval, so I can go and deviate. No, you should not go and take a deviation itself because you want to exhibit and you want to follow the code of conduct and the code of ethics. If you're at a particular rank, if you're not at a particular rank, don't take advantage of being at a rank to do something. The rules are rules and rules apply to everyone.
Hmm.
So this is the perspective of ethics.
The last one that I'd like to talk about here under governance is rather interesting because some of it I envision being under environment, some of it I envision being under societal, but it appears under governance, and that is cybersecurity. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So more than cybersecurity, again, cybersecurity, I would say, is more individual. How many times have we received an email from our banks, from various insurance organizations, from all our friends, from so many social media notifications? Don't click on a link if you don't know who's the sender. And what do we do? Let me see what happens if I click on the link. Right or wrong? The inquisitiveness, and it is all about the human behavior as such. The moment you are said, you're told, don't do a particular action, you would always want to be more inquisitive than never before to go and do it. So it's more about people registering and understanding the reason that it is not being said. If you have seen today, cybersecurity, why are people getting impacted? Fundamentally because probably information is too technical. Second thing is, if I'm providing awareness, I'm providing a full page of awareness. I don't have the time to read a page. Can you tell me in 3 words what I'm not supposed to? So if I just give an awareness mailer, don't read mails. You'll have a lot of people not clicking on wrong links. But I can't say don't read mails because mail is something that has become a part of life. I can say don't click wrong links. Check before you click. I'm just giving some examples. So basically, the awareness aspects need to improve. Second thing is, as much as we are looking at cybersecurity, the more and more you add on within an organization, the layers of security, you are only bringing in more and more consumption of energy, processing power, and equipment control because you are adding on to multiple sequences of processes. So you're generating more heat. Generating more heat, you have to compensate somewhere for the carbon that you're generating. So you need to go in for ESG initiatives. And then that's the circle cybersecurity will add from a point of view of securing. From a point of view of securing people, it's all about awareness. It's all about having a consciousness that I should do a few things, I should not do. That is what I would like to say.
And yet people will still click on links no matter what.
I know. So that's why we have to find another way of ensuring that we have a better practice of educating people.
Yeah. We only have 3 minutes left. Do you have any
Absolutely.
final thoughts to share on ESG and resilience?
Yeah, absolutely. ESG is the next step after resilience. Once upon a time, we said that continuity, we have finished continuity and then comes resilience. I turned off that saying that resilience is first and then continuity comes in my earlier episodes. But now I would say that if everyone is saying that resilience has appeared and now we have the subsets of resilience like operational resilience, organizational resilience, and so on and so forth, I would say the added paradigm to it is ESG because now your BIAs, the business impact analysis, will have to have ESG factors included in order to re-ascertain whether your operational functions, whether your important functions are also ESG aligned. So there will be a need for doing an ESG assessment and understanding what are the prime focus areas that you as an organization, you as a department, you as a function, you as an entire representative of society are going to start looking into for initiatives. So the same story comes back again, which I had narrated some time back. The lion and the gazelle. Just like every day morning when the sun shines, the lion looks up at the sky and says, "Hey Lord, let me run faster than the slowest gazelle so that I can have my meal." On the other side of the woods, the gazelle says, "Let me run faster than the fastest lion so that I can save my life." So both are in a situation where uncertainty is there. And your show today, Alex, preparing for the unexpected for both the lion and the gazelle, is all about ensuring that they are surviving, they are sustaining themselves as much as they live in an environment that is the jungle and exist with all the nature and the beauty around them. So, this is the narrative that I would like to say in respect to ESG and life, at the same time, resilience. And finally, it doesn't matter whether someone is a gazelle or someone is a lion. What matters that everybody has to start running the moment they see the sun shining, because ESG is the destination beyond resilience. That's all from my side, Alex.
Interesting. I like the story there, the lions and the gazelles. Well,
Always.
thank you so much, Harsha. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I really enjoyed listening to some of these examples with regards to ESG and resilience. Really interesting viewpoints there. So thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that.
Thank you very much, Alex, and God bless you.
And everyone watching and listening, stay prepared, everybody. If you liked that video, thumbs up. If you didn't like that video, thumbs down. But leave me a message and let me know your thoughts. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, stay prepared, everybody.